To humanity, something has happened to this world, and many people can feel it. Even if they don't know how to explain it, there's a pressure moving through the human heart. There's exhaustion behind the eyes of people who keep pretending they're fine. There's fear beneath the noise, the information, the arguments, the technology, the distraction, and the speed. The world is becoming louder, but people are becoming less certain of who they are. Humanity has more information than any generation before it. Yet, many people feel more lost than ever. People can reach across the world in seconds and still feel alone in the same room with their own family. That missing thing is not only knowledge, it's remembrance. Humanity has searched outside of itself for the answer. It has looked to governments, religions, sciences, machines, leaders, money, status, entertainment, symbols, secrets, systems, and the sky. But the first disclosure is not outside the human being. Humanity forgot what is looking through the human eyes. The human being began to believe it was only the body, only the name, only the story, only the past, only the womb, only the fear, only the role, only the belief, only the voice in the head. But the one who notices all of these cannot be limited to any one of them. This is the beginning of correction. A person says, my body. A person says, my thoughts, my past, my fear, my life. But who's the one saying mine? Who's the one aware of the body? Thought, the memory, fear, and the life story. The world trained the human being to answer too quickly. It taught people to say, I'm this person, I'm this body, I'm this name, I'm this history, I'm this success, I'm this failure, I'm this belief. But before all of that, something is aware. A thought appears, and something notices it. And if a thought can be observed, then the true viewer is deeper than the thought. A thought can appear in the mind the way a sound appears in a room. The room holds a sound, but the room is not the sound. In the same way, awareness can notice a thought without being trapped inside it. The mind is useful. It remembers, compares, organizes, protects, plans, speaks, learns, and helps the body move through the world. But the mind is not the highest identity. The mind is an instrument inside experience. The same is true of the body. The body carries human life. It feels pain, love, grief, memory, hunger, warmth, and loss. It lets a person hug a child, speak truth, cry in silence, work with the hands, and walk upon the earth. The body matters. The pain matters. Love matters. Choice matters. Harm matters. Consequence matters. But the body is not the final identity. The body is sacred because it allows experience to appear in this world. But the body is not the whole self. The body is the instrument. The awareness experiencing through the body is deeper than the instrument. This is why humanity is in crisis. The world has taught the character to forget the viewer. A person can become so identified with the character that every insult feels like death. Every disagreement feels like war. Every loss feels like annihilation. Every belief becomes a wall. and every difference becomes a threat. This is the root of ego. Ego is false separation. It says, I am separate from the whole. I must defend this identity at all costs. I must win. I must be right. I must possess. I must control. I must survive as this image. Ego turns the body into a prison, religion into ownership, knowledge into superiority, love into possession, fear into obedience, and systems into cages. The physical world is a structured dream. It is meaningful inside experience, but it's not the final identity of the one experiencing it. A person can cry during a movie and still know they're still sitting outside the screen. The story matters because it's felt, but the viewer isn't the actor on the screen. And in the same way, the human life matters deeply, but the character is not the whole self. This is difficult because the character feels real. The body feels hunger, the heart feels loss, the mind remembers pain, the world responds to the face, name, job, family, past, and identity. The character is convincing because experience has to feel real in order to teach. If nothing feels real, love couldn't be learned. If love meant nothing, if pain meant nothing, compassion wouldn't matter. If choice had no consequence, wisdom couldn't grow. Forgetting became the wound. But inside the wound was also the classroom. Humanity entered experience deeply enough to learn what love is and what love is not. Love could not remain only an idea. It had to become known through life, loss, longing, care, sacrifice, forgiveness, boundaries, and return. The world isn't calling humanity to escape life. It's calling humanity to remember while alive. Don't wait for death to reveal what their heart is already being asked to know. Death alone doesn't wake you up. Remembrance must begin here, inside the body, inside the family, inside this world, inside the present moment. Disclosure doesn't begin in the sky. You're not going to find it in government files or AI, temples, symbols, or secret programs. The first disclosure begins with the watcher behind the eyes. This is why humanity has to be careful with every outer disclosure that comes after this. If humanity receives truth while trapped in fear, it'll turn truth into panic. If humanity receives knowledge while trapped in pride, it'll turn knowledge into superiority. And if humanity receives contact while trapped in dependency, it'll turn contact into worship. The inner correction must come first. The frightened mind will misread the higher world. The proud mind will misuse hidden knowledge. A wounded heart will turn signs into enemies. The correction begins when the human being stops abandoning the inner bridge. Truth and love must return together. Logic must return to love. Knowledge must return to wisdom. Science must return to humility. Religion must return to source. Technology must return to service. And power must return under compassion. The heart and mind must stop fighting each other. This isn't whole disclosure. It's only the first gate. You're not only the thought. You're not only the body. You're not only the name. You're not only the story. You are the awareness to whom the story appears. And when enough of humanity remembers this, the world cannot remain the same.